my God, another one. It's been so long.
Another one bites the dust.
Yep. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of VTime, episode 124. It's been a while.
While.
Yes, a while.
A while.
Yes. Did you not realize anything I say is intentional sometimes?
A while.
Other than reading is hard. But other than that, we're back in the full swing of things and all that. Yeah, the Backstreet Boys kind of hit us hard, so we had to take a little bit longer break than intended. But now we're back to the swing of things. Videos are hopefully going to be coming out normal. This is coming out normal. Everything's coming out normal, and we got too much to cover. So sit your ass down. Get ready for a 1 hour episode.
Everything is normal.
Exactly. But before that, if you're interested in buying any cards from TCG Player, please use the affiliate link down below.
Your purchases through this link help support the channel, streaming more great videos like this straight to you guys.
And with that scripted out of the way, let's go straight into leaks. Starting us off with a couple of weeks back. Like, there's going to be a lot of leaks to cover, and I'm not even joking. Some of them we're just going to read, quick opinion, and move on. Some of them we're going to sit down and talk. So, sit down and listen. Alex, take it away.
All right. Stoicheia, Zorga, orders, grade 3.
Name.
I'm getting there.
No. Not the fact that you're getting to the name. Name.
Yes, name. Let the screams dissolve into the sound of rain.
Gotta fucking put this on a card.
I swear to God, it's like reading Zorga cards is like reading like dark poems.
Oh, it just brings back memories of interdimensional dragon of bullshit.
That too. So what does this order do? Your opponent chooses one of their rear guards, retires it. You choose a card with the same grade as that unit that your opponent retired from your drop zone and call it the rear guard.
You're the Zorga player. Tell me.
The fact that it has no cost is good. The fact that it makes your opponent gets to choose is kind of meh, but I mean, it is free. So, I mean, it's a win-win to me.
You're not wrong.
And it has, I mean, it's just a mini version of, what do you call it?
You're the Zorga player.
Regurgitation of the underworld.
Ah, yes.
It's without cost, so it's a win. Next up, consuming the high grade sake banned for its sins.
Yay.
Yay.
If regionals do come back, you're going to have to put all that on a fucking...
No. That's what we got deck walk for. So it's a grade 2 order. Play it with a Soul Blast 1. Draw a card, choose one of your units, and it gets power plus 5 until the end of battle for each different order card that total in your drop zone and bind zone.
To make it clear, this is a blitz order, so this is pure defense.
Yeah, and it replaces itself, and if you can find the space for it, go for it.
No, but Soul's a cost.
Soul is a cost, but you do have soul reduction, so...
Soul reduction to pay Alchemagic, but even though you still use a decent amount of soul.
Like I said, if you have the room for it...
You're not wrong. I agree. It's honestly a decent card, but overall...
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to Dragon Empire. We saw some interesting stuff. Like, for example, Stealth Dragon Shakugan. It's just a normal common, grade 2, 10k, with a simple ability of continuous rearguard. During the battle, this unit attacked a grade 3 or greater unit. This unit gets 5k, making it a 15k beater. Simple, straightforward. It's a common for a reason. Moving on, though, to the thing that got leaked with it. This is a little bit more interesting because it kind of supports the Bavasagara, the Start Deck 6 build. We got Solitary Spiritual Treasure. It's a grade 3 normal order, and it's literally just pay this with Cannon Blast 2, choose 2 arms cards from your drop zone, and put them into your hand. So it's not a bad card. It's very costly, but it gets you your arms back. So you can get sword back, you can get spear and gun that we're going to be talking about here in a bit, or you can get shield back if you for some reason had to, use the other firearm and go over it. It's not a bad card. It's a common. It's costly. I can see it being played, but at the same time, is it really necessary?
It's probably like a 2 of it added, even.
Exactly. Plus, you're already running so many orders with the arms. This is just another order add to it. Like, your shield value is decreasing every time. Not interesting. Moving on, Alex, take it away with some kitties.
Keter Sanctuary, grade 1, Lepnia. I mean, auto, when this card is discarded from your hand during your turn, cost Soul Blast 1, call this card to a back row rear guard as rest. And then continuous rear guard, if this unit is stand, this unit gets intercept and can intercept from the back row.
I mean, it's definitely made for Bastion.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's any other way to discard it.
Red line.
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, like, it's okay.
I can see maybe play down the road. Maybe.
depending on different builds we get down the road. And then we got Knight of Heavenly Flash Islia. Auto rearguard once per turn when this unit attacks. If you have another grade 3 unit in the same column as each unit, it gets a grade +1, power +5 until the end of turn.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. It becomes a grade 3 with the 15k grade 3.
Yeah, but with Bastion, it's a 17k on its own.
Yes.
And then you do have stuff that can boost in the back row, so I can see its potential.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, it's not a bad card. It's just the fact that it doesn't count as a grade 3 anywhere else but on the field.
And finding the space amongst the other grade 3s.
Exactly. Anyway, moving on. Now we're getting into the knit and grit of the interesting stuff.
Yes.
This just reminded me, I don't think we ever covered in the VTime the Nordlinger triple rare. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. Oh, well.
We'll come back to it eventually.
Exactly. But speaking of triple rares and double rares, we got some for Greedon. And we're going to start off with the double rare Desire Devil Cannon. Auto when this unit is placed on rearguard during your main phase, cannon +1, look at the top card of your deck and call it to rearguard. At the end of that turn, retire the called unit. No surprise why it's in Greedon. It is a 1 for 2. Make a board so that Greedon can suck it into its soul and restand. So you're minimizing your hand usage, you're minimizing your, key pieces. But the downside of it is you can't see trigger or something important that you don't want to see on the board, but do you want to see in the hand? Like overall, it's a double-edged sword, but honestly, not a really good double-edged sword in my opinion.
Like you could run this in Barrow, but calling off the top blindly like that could be bad. But in Greedon, it doesn't matter because, like you said, it's just going to go into the soul. So
exactly. Overall, I do like it. Like I'm definitely going to test it out for people that watched the Greedon match. I'm so sorry that was post being sick, trying to come back into the game and realizing, oh shit, I need to rewire my brain correctly.
Rewire.
Good, sir. You saw how the way I built the deck and the way I played, everything was wrong. Granted, Hector trigger sacking me was not an added bonus, but at the same time, like it could have been better. So Greedon's gonna be done again very soon. Yes, I'm gonna be putting heals in it. There's gonna be some changes. I'm not gonna focus on one fucking thing. I'm gonna play the deck
the way it's supposed to be played.
Not even the way it's supposed to be played. Adapt. Like look at the situation. Go for the utmost best play, not do this big ass fucking flashy combo that I never got to do. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of the triple rare for the big ass fucking flashy combo that I'm gonna mention right now, we got Desire Devil Bubetsu. It is a very cute rabbit, and Jesus Christ, its effects is something else. We got auto rearguard once per turn. When your auto rearguard is put into your soul by your Vanguard's ability during your turn, counterblast 1, choose a card from your hand, call it to an open rearguard, and if your soul has 10 or more cards, draw a card. May be used even if the unit put into your soul at the same time as other units. So if this unit goes to the soul with other units, it will still trigger. AKA Greedon's effect, aka technically also Barrow Magnus' effect, but this is mostly a Greedon card because this basically just guaranteed Greedon has at least 4 attacks coming your way, 2 of which are Vanguard.
And a fun fact of this, the Barrow Magnus is like, you usually went for the grade 1s that gain a lot of power. Now they can just use them as good boosters and you call out something for them.
You're not wrong. Like, yes. Like anything we say for Greedon is immediately implemented in Barrow Magnus easily because of how the cards go into soul. But for Greedon, this card doesn't introduce one more thing, and that is a possibility to do a triple Greedon swing. It is very hard to pull off. You need either 3 copies of this specific card or 2 copies of this card and 1 copy of the, I believe it's a double rare in boost set 3, Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 2, call a card from your soul to rearguard, grade 2 for Greedon.
On place.
Yes, on place. So, Counterblast 3 regardless, possibly Soul Blast 2, but as long as you can have a full board, you put 4 rearguards into your soul, 2 of which are this. It costs 2 cards out of your hand. That makes it 3 cards on the board now. And then the guy that we just mentioned on plays calls another card out of soul. That's 4 again. And Greedon is now once per turn, which means that you suck 4 again, you resound Greedon again.
This isn't granted that you have this piece.
Yeah. Like I said, it's CB3 minimum. It is necessary to have at least 2 of the rabbit, 3 if you don't have the grade 2. It's just a lot of ifs and ands, but it is possible now.
Yes.
And it is strong, honestly. 3 Vanguard swings is decently strong.
And I mean, it's only going to get better down the road because we get more support down the road.
Just imagine if you actually managed to pull off the combo of 3 Vanguard swings and you rip the over trigger in your early game.
Please
It's
no.
like,
I already have the fear of dealing with this in premium. I don't need it in standard too.
you're not wrong. Well, since Lon's not here, Alex, actually, no, hold up. Rank 8's my baby, too. I got
can
this. Basically, we got some jail support. We got a interesting rare, Aurora Battle Princess Taser Large. Surprisingly, they went away from colors. I think after using turquoise and other colors, they kind of like, yeah, I think we ran out of the rainbow.
There's more colors, I'm sure.
Yeah. But her ability is nonetheless very interesting. It's auto front row rear guard. Once per turn, when your opponent's rear guard is placed other than from hand, rest that unit. Basically, Turquoise said, hey, you got your stuff out of jail, give it a -5. This thing says, you know what? Just don't stand it. Like, just call it as rest.
Yeah, this is a hilarious and like Barrow Magnus. They call out their soul. Rest one of those, please.
Yeah. This card is a very, very hard card counter immediately to Greedon. Because it's like, well, I have stuff in jail. I don't want to pay my resources to get it out because I need those resources. And even if I get it out, I can't actually suck it into my soul because they're rested.
And then other decks is like a mind game. Like you're going against Bruce, you're like, when do I stop using skills?
Overall, this is just another card that discourages players that play against jail to actually call stuff out of jail. Because it's like, I wasted a resource for a rest of unit. What now? Unless that unit can do something like an act ability or go away or something, usually it's not going to be worth to call it out.
Yeah, and then depending on what they call out, if it's something they know they don't want to use, you can say, rest that when it comes out.
Exactly. And then we also got a order, Aurora Battle Princess, Searching Neck, Great Extraordinary Chase. Chase. That exclamation mark looked like an eye. Yeah, again, long ass fucking name.
Man, that's going to be fun to fit on text.
I know, right? It's a normal order. Play this with Soul Blast 2. Imprison all of your opponent's back row rear guards in your prison. Really strong if you think about it, but at the same time, really weak. Because if your opponent doesn't have a back row, you're doing absolutely nothing with this card.
I mean, granted, usually the jail cards are usually a trade-off. Like a Soul Blast gets a card out of their jail, so usually it's Soul Blast 2, take 2, kind of balances out. This is one of the few times where you could get actually plus off of it, because if you get 3, but then it depends on what your opponent has and how it scales. So
I will say, Boost Set 3 has not dropped in English yet, and we're already talking about Boost Set 4 cards, which is one ironic thing. But my jail deck from Boost Set 2 is it's basically a 2 to 3 of deck. I run a lot of different stuff, and it's a very much, depending on my matchup is what I do kind of deck. And this card can be definitely fit in a type of deck like that, because it's like, all right, cool. I'm fighting Bastion or Zorga. They always have a back row. I can use this.
Or Magnolia.
Exactly. Oh, I'm fighting Overdress, who almost never has a back row. All right, ditch fodder.
You know what the fun part about this card is? This card does not target.
No.
Which I think,
imprison all of your opponent's back row rear guards into your prison. Yep.
so I think it gets around
Fasado.
Trickstar too, right?
Trickstar and Fasado.
Yeah. Well, Fasado has to be in the back, but yes.
Yeah. Sometimes they put Fasado on the back when he's not useful in the front anymore.
Sometimes.
Anyway, moving on. Alex, some more. Speaking of Magnolia.
Got some more Stoicheia. Sylvan Horn Beast Giraffina. Auto, when this unit is placed in the back row, you may have this unit get power plus 10,000 until the end of turn. If you do, this unit cannot be moved to other rear guards until the end of turn.
So it's an immediate 20k. Magnolia bumps it to 25, so you guys are guaranteed 25 beater, but
it stays where it's at when you place it.
Yeah, and then you can't use its ability anymore because you can't. Do you have bounce effects other than Ghost Chase?
No. Usually they have the amber, but it bounces itself.
Yeah.
Other things. But yeah, Ghost Chase is the only thing that can really bounce.
So it's a one-time beater.
Yeah.
Good, bad?
There's probably better cards.
It is a rare for a reason. Speaking of rares and commons for a reason.
Flourish Petal Ladia. Continuous guard circle. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 2 or greater, the unit gets power plus 5.
So it's a 10k shield. That's it.
I had an issue with this.
Why?
Wish Road. We're gonna put our shield values back down to 5 for grade 1s. Set 4. Maybe we should give him back grade ones that are
And an
healed.
effect.
And I'm like, really?
Man, people really miss 20k heal triggers. Put it on the front. Gotta make it an effect. Damn it, man.
It's like they realized the mistake.
I don't know if a lot of people have been seeing this, either creator or guy. There's a story, or those quick little snippets on Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, the shorts.
Yeah. There's a guy who is making like Gabriel and God shorts, where it's like, Gabriel, I have an idea. Let's make him sleep, but not sleep. Or I love that one where it's like, let's put water everywhere. And then Gabriel goes, you know what? No, that's a great idea. That is actually a great idea. They always got it to drink and they go, make it not drinkable. I like that card exactly. Bushroad and the front trigger in this card exactly that. Give them back 10k and 20k shields. You know what? That's a good. Make it an effect.
A conditional effect.
Anyway, jokes aside, moving on, we got another Greedon card. Well, technically, it's a card for any Dark Stage deck, honestly. I can see more uses in Barrow Magnus and Bruce than Greedon. We got Desire Devil Yada. It's a grade 1 common. Auto rearguard when your Vanguard attacks. If you have 3 or more stand units, retire this unit, soul charge 2. Choose up to 1 card with the same name as your Vanguard from your soul and put it on the top of your deck. I don't know why. This card has honestly confused me. I tried it out in my Greedon deck. It was nice for the soul charge, but outside of that, like, why?
Only thing I can think of is early game using this. You can kind of set up your Greedon on top of your deck.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're really wasting a card because it retires itself. Not to mention, if you have to use this on a Greedon turn, that is literally saying, okay, cool, I only have 2 attacks if I don't have that bunny.
Or does it really need that persona right?
But at the same time, you're drive checking it, so you're not even getting the best out of your drive checks.
You're not wrong.
I have issues with this card. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm just missing
And there's
something.
going to be this one deck list that just breaks it.
It's the same with this card. I'm just missing something here because I don't think it's good. Desire Devil Valzor. It's a grade 3 fucking bear. Auto Soul, when your Greedon is placed on Vanguard, counter +1 and call this card to rear guard. And then it has a reminder text. Does not activate if you ride when this card is on Vanguard. So you can't just cheese it into your ride line.
I know where this card is good. In premium. When you have, No Life King and you ride Greedon and then it triggers this to call it out so you get multi-attack.
My God, you're not wrong, but at the same time, CB.
Oh, yeah.
Like, CB is the thing that's taking me away from this card. And that's about it. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, it's good for budget options.
You're not wrong. Like, budget decks are becoming more of a thing now, and I'm actually liking it. All right, moving on. We got some more Dark States, and I'm going to go on a rant on this one if you don't mind.
Oh, go ahead.
We got Cutting Sword Dance Chigra. This is a grade 2 that can be, again, played in any Dark States deck because it doesn't have any restrictions for any ride line, but is best played in Barrow Magnus in my opinion. And that's because its ability is auto when this unit is placed on rearguard, perform all the effects below according to the number of cards in your soul. 7 or more, counter +1, discard a card from your hand, choose a card from your soul, put it into your hand, and soul charge 1. And then 13 or more, all your front row units get 5k until the end of turn. The 5k is not bad. In the right moment, it can actually help. The first ability, though, the first 7 or more, is where this card's at and is fucking bonkers. Because it is, in all sense of the word, a toolbox. You get anything you want out of your soul and then just go ham. And it's on top of that, it's a on place, which means if you can get the Barrow Magnus's 15 count, it can even activate when it comes out of soul through Barrow Magnus.
And because of the conditions of when it meets, you basically say, look at 7 cards in your deck, like at least 7 cards in your and pick a card from
it. Spoilers: the wife is going to be playing against Barrow Magnus, or did play against Barrow Magnus by the time that this video came out. Go check out that video if you didn't. I showcased the full potential of this card and how stupid it can get. And I honestly I love it. You grab anything you need. You see you can survive their next turn, you grab a Persona Ride. You see you're missing a combo piece, you grab that combo piece.
You need shield, grab shield.
Exactly. Oh, look, I accidentally soul charged the Overtrigger. Grab the Overtrigger. I've started off with this card whenever I started playtesting, like, I don't need it, and then started realizing the potential. I was like, I want it. Overall, I'm in love with this card, and it's just overall good. And the fact of the matter stands, it's a soul charge 1, so you're not decking out too much, and it keeps your soul count even, because you grab a card out of soul and soul charge 1 immediately.
Yeah.
And it filters your hand. It's not a plus, it's a filter, and it's a good filter.
And if you're on the Barrow Magnus turn where you just kind of go ham, you're basically giving your front row an extra 5.
Which helps, because if you pull out certain grade 2s, yes, they're getting 10k from Barrow Magnus. If you didn't Persona Ride, they're only 20, but now they're 25s, which is the necessary trigger,
Thresholds.
Exactly. Like, overall, I love this card. I actually legitimately love this card. Moving on. Something that's meh. Steam Hunter Nanul.
Gesundheit.
You try pronouncing that.
Nanul.
There we go. Continuous rearguard. During your turn, if your soul has 5 or more cards, all your Vanguards get 2k. No. Stop. Yes, it says all your Vanguards. This is premium proofing for Legion. That's it.
I know.
There is not going to be anything that's coming in the era that's going to break this. Don't stop.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to go there. I was just going to be like, hey, cool. You have like a bunch of release in your back row.
Yeah, it's a continuous. It's like, hey, I have 5 or more cards on my soul. Let's see, 2 of them in the back, 3 of them in the back row, 6k to my Vanguard. Cool. It's not a bad card.
Yeah.
I don't see it being played, though.
No.
Hey, speaking of cards that are not bad.
Keter Leaks, Knight of Armor Piercing Mugen.
Let's be specific. Not really Keter Leaks. PvD leaks.
Blaster Leaks.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's grade 1. Auto, when each unit is placed on rearguard from hand, if you have a Vanguard with Blaster in its card name, cost discard a card from your hand, look at 2 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 2 unit cards from among them, call them a rearguard, put the rest to the discard the rest.
Yeah, and you call them as rest.
Yes, and you call them as rest.
Immediate PvD effect. So it's basically Cannabis 1, ditch 2 cards from your hand, and you got the condition ready to go.
Or even better, you use this with Mana. Or Maka, I mean. Maka, think is Soul Blast. You look at the top 5 for grade 1, call it. And then, oh wait, never mind.
It's from hand.
Yeah, it's from hand.
If you get Maka off of the top 2, or Sharon off of the top 2 with this.
Oh yeah, you keep going off. Yeah.
Exactly. Overall, it's not a bad card. It gets you to the PvD condition. It's literally a -2 from hand to +3 to board.
Yeah. So you're still plussing.
Exactly. And it's free. It doesn't take a soul. It doesn't take a Cannon Blast. It just takes cards out of hand, and that's it. And if you really need that PvD condition, it's like, do it.
And if you get the grade 2 from the last set and you retire it, you get a blaster back to your hand.
Yeah, exactly. Overall, not bad. Deserving of the double rare treatment. PvD needed some loving, especially in that.
Again, they got an order card, Divine Protection of the Abyss Dragon. Choose one of your Vanguards, a blaster in its card name being attacked. Until the end of battle, it gets power +15. Then choose one of your rear guards and you may retire it. If you retire it, it gets another +15.
Spoilers for future videos. Oh, I have to go over 3 or more? Here's a 30k.
Pretty much. That's cute.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's going to be. I like it. I really like it. Like, it's a 30k to pop 1 rear guard. It's just a big ass no.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I don't see no problem in it.
And now we get to the nitty and gritty. So, Tuesday stream, this previous Tuesday stream announced that we're going to see both arms card, the spear and the gun.
Yes.
And before that stream happened, the episode dropped and they showed a triple rare. And everybody knows the triple rare because it's been blowing up everywhere on Twitter, on social media, on YouTube, every content creator.
I will say, I do want to say one thing before we actually talk into the card. I'm so happy that Bushiroad is finally showing new cards in the anime again.
Yeah.
Actually leaks. Gives a really excitement to actually watch the episode again.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of which, we have Trickmoon. Blaster Dark, is that you?
Is that Blaster Dark?
Yes, we have Trickmoon. For people that didn't see anything about this for some reason, this is basically a different version of Trick Star, or, you know, it's branching out because you have Trick Star, now you have Trick Moon, and to everybody on Twitter, excluding Echo, confusing it, there is not going to be a Trick Sun because the sun is a star. I know I'm calling out a lot of people. I'm sorry. Oh, now what?
Shadow Paladin, is that you?
Anyway, enough of jokes around Trickmoon and what it is. It actually has a very good ability, and it is deserving of being a grade 0 triple rare.
Yes.
Auto, when this unit is placed on your back row center rearguard from drop, countercharge 1. And then dress boost. Auto rearguard, when this unit boosts, the boosted unit gets 10k until the end of the battle for each armed cards to your Baba Sagara.
I think it should be each card armed, but yes.
Yeah, like English aside, yes. If your Baba Sagara is armed with 2 cards,
yes.
This is a 25k booster technically. It's giving the tank. Hold up. This unit get whoa. The booster unit gets 10k until the end of that battle. Okay,
yes.
So if it was until the end of turn, I'll be saying something just because if certain rearguards could already stand and got 20. Where the 10k actually technically goes, if it goes to Trickmoon or it goes to the boosting unit, it doesn't really matter. It's basically a 25k booster.
Pretty much.
So overall, an amazing card.
Yes. And then also the first ability is really good because not only is it counter charge, but it can also be used in Nirvana, because you can technically use it as a counter charger if you really want to, because you can call it grade 0. Call this if you really need it.
Discard a card from hand to counter charge 1 and have a 5k booster behind Vanguard. That is literally all it does and nothing else.
I mean, some people might really want that counter charge.
If people start running it for the counter charge and that reason, cool, it's working, good for you. Otherwise, put it in a deck that it's meant to go to.
Yes.
Overall, an amazing card. Like, if you arm your Vanguard, you soul charge 1 through Basagada's ability and call this out of drop and counter charge. So overall, you're just plussing insanely. And I didn't even get to the arms card that just make this even more stupid.
One thing I want to add, I'm calling it now. Watch, set 5 or 6. We're going to have a card that dresses on either Trickstar or Trickmoon.
You're not wrong. See, I don't think Trickmoon's ever going to get overdressed because he has dress boost. Trickstar is all about overdress. Trickmoon's all about dress boost.
I'm going to trigger somebody in another room. What if it has grade 1's overdressing and it just more dress boost effects as it overdresses on?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Booster set 4.
Yeah, we'll see. Yes.
Anyway, that out of the way, let's actually look at the new arms card. First, we're going to start with Sealed Blaze Spear. Jesus' name. Adhitia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do nothing about those names. Like, Jesus. It's a right deity arms, which I want to point this out before I read the full effect. This is hella confusing. I know it's going to her right hand, but it's on our left side when we play it. They're confusing a lot of people with that.
I know.
Luckily, the arts connect, so it's easy to figure out.
Just match the artwork and you're good.
Exactly. Anyway, right deity arms, which means it can be only played on Baosakara's right hand or on your left side of the Vanguard. And its ability is play this with Counterblast 1. Auto when this card is armed, draw a card, and you may play an additional arms card this turn. And then continuous Vanguard during your turn. The unit armed with this card gets 10k. So makes your Baba Guard immediately at 23, but lets you play another arms that turn and draws you a card on top of that.
In my opinion, this should have been easily a triple rare.
Oh yeah, but there's too many triple rares already.
Because not only does it replace itself and let you play another arms, but when you think about the Vanguard's ability, so now you're reviving 2 units from your drop instead of just 1 because the other arm is going to...
No, Baba Guard is a once per turn,
Oh,
Jesus Christ. No, don't break it. Don't break it.
I'm
It's a once per turn. Trust me. Me and Connor checked it.
Okay. But still, though, you're still replacing itself and reviving something.
Look at it this way. This is, if you combine Trickmoon and this is amazing what happens. You have your hand size, which is honestly decent because of the way the deck plays in the early game. So you play the order, you draw a card, you net it 0. You counterblast 1, so you one counterblast down to play it, right?
Yep.
Valzor activates, you soul charge 1, which means you plus your soul count for other abilities. You get a unit on the board, which is Trickmoon. You put it behind Vanguard. So now plus 1 unit on the board, and then Trickmoon says countercharge 1.
So you pay for free.
So overall, playing this order, not only did my hand size not go down, I netted a unit on the board and a card into my soul.
Yes.
And now I can play an additional order again.
Yes.
Tell me how this is not amazing.
And then on top of that, because, you're replacing the soul, means that you more than likely can just have the soul for the Soul Blast 2
easily.
After you play the other order.
Easily. But again, the soul charge doesn't happen. It's a once per turn.
Still, you more than likely...
You have the soul easily, but you need to be careful when to use it, unless you're playing other soul charge cards. Anyway, speaking of the other arms, we have Sealed Blaze Gun Chandra. It's a left deity arm, so it goes on the right side of your Vanguard, and it can be played with Soul Blast 1, Auto Vanguard. When this unit armed with this card attacks, Counterblast 2, and the unit armed with this card gets Drive +1 until the end of that battle, and the end of that battle, put this card into your drop. So high triple drive. In a double critical, retire your front row, 23k, with a Trickmoon, 48k attacker.
And then depending if you don't have the other one, means you could be also doing another damage if it doesn't connect.
Yeah. That's CB4 though, so do be careful.
It is.
I do want to point out one thing because timey-wimey editing stuff, I'm about to edit the wife versus Barrow video after this, but the video already came out for you guys, so you saw how it went. I don't remember in that video if we did it right, but if Connor used the gun and it went away, Trickmoon was only a 15k booster, not a 25, so I need to double check math. Because he gains 10k for every card armed. If you attack with Vanguard first and one of the armed cards just goes away, he loses power.
Yes.
So I need to double check if we did that right. That's why that disclaimer exists. Like, hey, new effects, first time, go easy. Anywho, enough of the armed cards. Moving on to some Eugene support.
Yay, Eugene.
Best deck.
Yes. Throwing Bullet of Dust Storm Ollie. Auto Rearguard. When your opponent's rearguard is retired during your main phase, choose a Throwing Artillery of the Dust Storm Dolly on your rearguard, and you may return it to your hand.
Dolly? You mean this one?
Yes. And it's pretty much the exact same effect, but it chooses the other one, the one we just read.
Yeah.
So basically, if you have both of these on the board, you can dress them for Eugene, pop something, and bounce them back to your hand.
Yep. And then call them back and have the attackers.
Yes. They're pretty decent.
It just makes Eugene's rest ability free.
Pretty much. And then more Stoicheia cards.
More Zorga cards.
Yes, Zorga. Darkness Diver. Auto, when this unit is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard or put onto the Guardian Circle, costs Soul Blast 1, discard an order card from your hand, draw a card, and this unit gets power plus 5,000, shield plus 5,000 to the end of turn.
You're a Zorga player, you tell me.
So, this Soul Blast is what's the tricky part about this card. I like the idea that you can have other things on Vanguards now. Like this can be in your ride line if you really wanted it to be as an option.
Mm-hmm.
But the Guardian skill is pretty much going to be the only skill that's really useful out of it. Because it can be a 10k shield and you can use your order cards and make use of them when they're dead cards in your hand. But again, it's a Soul Blast.
Hey, you're the one who said you got a cost reduction in Zorga.
You're right. But the difference between the Blitz order and this card is the Blitz order is going to activate maybe once or twice. This card may, depending on how many times you revive it, could be used over and over and over again and could end up using a lot more soul than the Blitz order.
You technically can activate it by intercepting with it.
You can.
Yeah.
Like, overall, I think it's a good card. I just think we need to see how things go down the road with other cards.
Agreed. Speaking of other cards.
Yes. Tuning Madness. Auto Rearguard. If your drop zone and bind zone have a total of 5 or more order cards, it gets power plus 5. So it becomes a 13k grade 1.
I think you got more than enough 13k stuff.
Yes. I mean, to be honest with you, I like this card because you don't have to play an order card for it to have power, but at the same time, Headless Heroic Hunter is better.
Yeah. If for some reason you're stuck on not having any orders to play, this is still 13k, but Headless is not.
If you're stuck on orders in Zorga now, there's a problem because you have ways to get orders from your drop now.
You're not wrong. Anywho's going on to some commons for Greedon again. We got Desire Devil Beshi. Act Rearguard if you have 5 or more units. Counterblast 1, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets 5k until the end of turn. If your damage zone has 6 cards, it gets 15 instead of 5. So basically makes your Greedon a little bit bigger, which is overall good. The fact that it's a Counterblast though, it's what's hurting this card. And if you're already at 6 damage, you're getting the buff from your grade 2 ride line that's probably in your soul already. More power is not going to make that much of a difference in the long scheme of things. So overall, I can see the potential of this card, but I'd rather use the CB for Bunny or other stuff.
I mean, no, if it gave itself power,
that'd be different. Yeah. Anyway, excuse me. Desire Devil Gametsu. It's a grade 3. Act Rearguard once per turn if your Vanguard is Greedon. Cost Counterblast 1, discard a card from your hand, choose a grade 3 or less card from your soul, and call it to Rearguard.
The only really reason I see you would run this is if you're really digging for that key piece.
What key piece though?
Like Bunny, like you only seen one Bunny the whole game or something?
You're not wrong, but at the same time, it's like you're getting the same amount of units you're going to suck into your soul for a CB because it discards a card from your hand.
Yes.
And yes, getting a key piece is nice and all, but almost every single one of your key pieces is another counterblast. So it's like you're eating your resources extremely fast just to get key pieces. Like, I can see its potential, but at the same time, I was like, pass.
Yeah. I mean, it is common.
Exactly. Speaking of more Dark States cards that could be played in Greedon, but are apparently Barrow Magnus oriented.
Man, this is really good for Barrow Magnus.
Oh, yeah. We got Violet Phantasm Butterfly Fanju. Auto, when this unit is placed on Rearguard, if you have 5 or more units, Counterblast 1 and Soul Charge 3. Then if your soul has 10 or more cards, choose one of your Vanguards, gets 5k until the end of the turn. This can easily be played in Greedon because you're soul charging, you're getting your Vanguard 5k, and it, again, in Barrow Magnus as well, it's very similar. If you call this out of, it's kind of hard because you need 5 more units. It's a hard card to actually activate. And another gripe I have about it again is the fact that it's a CB. Both Barrow and Greedon really, really want to hold on to that CB if they want to.
But Barrow, in my opinion, has a lot more counter charge options than Greedon.
100%. When the video comes out about Wife, you're going to see a lot of shenanigans. That's why I can see it in Barrow, but at the same time,
it has to have 5 units.
Exactly. And on top of that, Soul Charge 3 and a unit on board is nice. But if I'm going to use a CB, I'd rather use a CB for a card that literally just says Counterblast on Soul Charge 4.
True. Fair.
Another Dark States card for Barrow Magnus, because it says Barrow Magnus in the fucking text name. We got Aurora Haze Rapture. Act Rearguard once per turn if your Vanguard is Barrow Magnus. Put this card into your soul, and all of your front row units get 5k until the end of the turn. If your soul has 10 or more cards, they get 10k instead of 5. So it's your power upper for your front row in the early game before Barrow Magnus sucks them in and calls them out. Overall, not bad. There's better cards, honestly.
This is bad.
Budget deck.
Because you're minusing a card from your hand to do skill.
Yeah. But hey, at least 10k to the front row.
It does put a card into your soul, so I mean, if you're really trying to get to that count, I guess it helps.
Interestingly enough, I found a very streamlined version of Barrow Magnus recently that I really like. There's probably different ways you can build it. I'm not saying that's the only way, but I honestly don't see this fitting in the way I build the deck, and it's like I'm already getting where I want to. I don't need this.
Yeah.
Moving on, though. Holy shit. shit. I know I've been talking for a while. I'm sorry, but I needed to cover this.
Go ahead.
Orfist got a trip rare that just changed the game a little bit. We got Cardinal Draco Maslia. Closest thing I'm gonna get to Messiah.
Dear Lord.
And this triple rare grade 3 is very interesting. And Eric, if for some reason you're watching, I'm gonna need your help on this one. Its ability is Act Rearguard. Retire a Shadow Army token, and this unit gets power 10k until the end of turn. If this ability was activated for the third time this turn, this unit gets critical +1 until the end of turn. So essentially, retiring 3 Shadow Army tokens gives this thing a critical and 30k overall. If you're only using this card. Now, the reason I say if is this is where I need your help, Eric, or anybody else, honestly, who is familiar with the rules or has any idea about this. This card specifically states, if this ability was activated for the third time this turn. Now, it does say this ability. Is it referring to this ability of this card or this ability in general? Because look at it this way. If I have 2 of these on the board, I activate the right one, gets 10k. I activate the left one, gets 10k. I activate the right one again. This was the third time this ability was triggered. Would it gain a critical? And if I activated the left one again, it's more than 3. Would this one also get a critical with retiring just 4 Shadow Army tokens and them only getting 20k?
So, half your question I can already answer. It only activates on the third time.
If this, hold up. Oh, if this ability was activated for the third time this turn,
because it's going to read how many times, so it's going to only activate on the third time. Because if you try doing them past that, you're not going to get more criticals every single time. You're just going to get it once. Because it's the third time, not third time or more.
If this ability was activated for the third time this turn. Yeah, you're right. Damn. I was hoping to break it.
So that also might answer your other question of, both of them triggering. No, it has to. Yeah.
I'm 80% sure it's referring to its own ability,
Yes.
not the ability. Because, in the main is a good example from V era. It's like this ability cannot be used by the same card name, yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
The hard once per turns. Now, is this referring to this ability and it's shared by every card with the same name? Probably not. So it is probably just this ability, which means if you can manage to make 3 Shadow Army tokens or have 3 Shadow Army tokens, kill all 3, give the 30k in critical this one, and then make 3 more and kill 3 again and give it to 3 critical 3k and a crit to the other one, this is getting stupid fast.
See, now that's where this gets weird. Because does it, like you said earlier, does it read all of them? Because if so, and you start retiring more Shadow Army tokens with another one, does it count?
Yeah, does it look at itself?
Yeah.
Or
See, that's where it gets weird, because if it looks at itself, then this card's really, really good, because you can keep sacking your way into crits.
If you can kill 6 Shadow Army tokens with 2 of these, you got 43k double critical of attackers on an Orfist turn.
Yes. But at the same time, I feel like if it reads overall, that means the other one's useless.
Yeah, the other one's never gaining that extra crit.
Yeah.
Like I said, Eric, if you're watching, answer the question, please. Thank you. Overall, it's still an amazing card.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna beat you down with double critical.
You're not wrong.
PG.
Mima. Anyway, moving on. There was another card that got leaked with it, though. It is Cardinal Noid Negulita. I'm gonna go Negulita. Continuous Rearguard. Your Shadow Army tokens cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects and cannot be retired by your opponent's card effects. Good card, but there's a lot of cards similar in this in the other nations, and the easiest way to go around it is, okay, I'm gonna first retire this or get rid of this or jail this, and then I'm gonna target everything else.
Yes.
And Nordlinger Gravidia just says, oh, you have a full board? I'm going to get rid of 5 meteors. Each meteor triggers its own instant. I'm going to first pop this and then everything else.
Yep.
But still not a bad card. It forces your opponent to overextend, to kill this first and then kill everything else.
Exactly.
surprisingly, we fucking managed to get through the leaks.
Yay.
After 5 minutes. There was a lot of things we missed. We've been away for a while. Whoop. Speaking of cards that are going to be leaked, next week, Tuesday stream is going to show some Flagberg support. Yes, get your hat ready, Mr. Wannabe Jaime.
Hey, no.
And then the Thursday, Friday stream-ish thing apparently is going to be showing, if I remember correctly, more commons for someone. I forgot who. I legitimately forgot who.
I think it was Greedon. Was it Greedon? No, it was Greedon.
No, that was this week.
Gravidia?
Maybe.
I think it was one of the big.
We're getting more commons, which
yes.
It's going to just be interesting to see what kind of outside support you get.
Yes.
Overall, I like where Booster Test 4 is going. We did get some good triple rares leaked, some really strong ones. You're going to see how Trickmoon and how the double rare for Barrow Magnus actually play out. Like, oh my god, they're good. Or you did get to see it past tense.
Yes. If you haven't, go watch it.
Exactly. But overall, I'm very excited where Booster Set 4 is going. And the biggest question still remains, what are the Evos going to do? There. Anyway, with the leaks out of the way, let's go straight into the news section. But before that, if you're interested in buying any cards that we just mentioned, go check out Triple Sleeve TCG.
They got great deals on singles, clan splits, Steven cases, so go check the website.
Thankfully in the description. Now, before we start this news segment, we got to be, a little bit transparent. The battery died. So 30 minutes of content was lost. We got to redo it.
All the genuine reactions of something we're going to be talking about.
All the genuine reactions of something we're going to be talking about were lost. But thankfully, we got some stuff figured out. So it's going to be a little bit more streamlined and we know what we're talking about now. So, starting us off, we got Lyrical Booster Set 2. Alex, your reaction again about them introducing 2 new ride lines.
Why? There's already had enough. Why?
Yeah, that's not ever going to get old.
Why?
The set is going to be including with 11 triple rares, 15 double rares, 19 rares, 35 commons, and 6 LSRs with SPs and hollows, of course. The 6 LSRs is going to be very interesting because there is going to be 8 ride lines. So who's going to get them? We don't know.
Why?
We will talk about more, but it is coming down in February, so we're going to see it soon enough. It's going to, honestly, I'm very interested to see how these guys how these cards are going to go, because the Lyrical set is honestly not bad. Like, compared to previous Bermuda sets, this is honestly one of the better ones.
They have some pretty good design.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on with that. I actually mentioned it. Anyway, anywho, something that's happening in less than 2 weeks, or about 2 weeks. Bro 2021, or how other people like to say it, BRO, Bushiroad Rumble Online 2021.
Yep.
We don't still have regionals in person, but so this is the best thing to do until we get them again. So make sure you register, sign up, and participate. We're going to have Premium, V Premium, and Standard, on different weeks in that order. Yada, yada, yada.
Good. Make sure you have your time zone sets for because there's only a certain amount of entry fees for each time of them. So.
Yes. Overall, it's not a bad thing. Like, I'm actually excited for it. We'll see how it goes until we can actually get physical events. This is the next best thing. Other than that, there hasn't been any other really big news in Vanguard. I think, and we made this joke in the first recording. We're forgetting something, and again, I'm not gonna remember by the time we edit, so it's not gonna pop up here. So yeah. Other than that, for the people that were included in the dice giveaway, I am so sorry the sickness hit us, so that got pushed back a little bit. We are still gonna do it. You guys are still gonna get it. Just please be patient with us. Same thing can be said for the Lyrical giveaway. We're gonna pick that about next week on VTime, and some V-Clan selection videos are still in the back order, even though V-Clan selection dropped here in English today. So there's weird shit all around.
By the time we actually get them all up, we're going to be in the new V series.
Exactly. So yeah, give us some time. Please be patient. We're catching up, but we're going to surely get there sooner or later. With that being said, we went on for about a 30-minute spiel around this once, and unfortunately our genuine reactions are gone, but we're going to do the best thing that we can to answer them, because you probably noticed the Twitter trend going on in the Vanguard community with this lovely thing and likes. And I sprung this on Alex, and it was very interesting to see him struggle with getting the answers. Unfortunately, you're not going to see that. We're going to have coherent answers now. Sadness. Oh, well. Make sure the battery's charged next time.
Genuine reactions gone.
Exactly. But with that being said, we did promise we're going to answer these, and we got more than enough likes to answer all these 20 questions in the 2.0 version. So, without further ado and dilly-dallying, let's get straight to it, because, yeah, we've been here recording for a bit. Number one question. Age.
I'm 30.
Hi, old man.
Literally just turned 30.
And I am 25. I might not look it, but yes, I am young.
He's the baby.
Technically, yeah. Other than Jeff, I am the youngest in the group.
Yeah.
Yay for being young. Moving on.
How and when did you find out about Vanguard?
So for me, Vanguard, I found out about it from a friend in college who introduced me to the game, and then introduced me to the locals, and then it's history from there. And I got introduced to that my freshman year in college. So at the end of 2015.
Me, it was sometime in my freshman year of high school. I was in the Inzector's format for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was really wanting to get out of that. It was pretty bad. I don't want to remember that. And a bunch of people in Yu-Gi-Oh! Were moving over there and said, hey, come follow us and play this game. I was like, sure. And then I've been playing ever since.
There we go. First Vanguard clan. So this is a fun one for me because technically my friend who taught me how to play the mechanic gave me a Link Joker deck to teach me. Mm-hmm. Then I was given a Perdition deck to play. And then I actually built my own deck, which was Messiah. So I'm technically counting Link Joker as my first clan overall.
So technically my first clan was Kagero because I picked up the trial deck. But I only had it for like a couple weeks before I traded it out for Grand Blue. And I played Grand Blue all the way up until pretty much G.
See, unlike you, me, who stuck with Messiah all the way, even till now, you abandoned that Grand Blue so many times. I'm not even joking. So many times.
You know what the sad part was? It's every time Night Rose game. You ever notice that?
Yeah. The first
I don't know why. It's like something about Night Rose. I just don't like Night Rose. And I was
She's super combo heavy for Grand Blue.
Yeah. Too much thinking.
I know you're going senile, but come on. Hey, you're recording different jokes.
Exactly.
Anyway, moving on.
Best Vanguard boy.
You gotta do your best acting impression as much as you can because this was so beautiful in the first one. Like, who's your first Vanguard boy?
Vanquisher.
See, for me, there's kind of two. Of course, there's Ubuki, my boy Buki. I can't say nothing, but I can't give it. Can't not give it to you. Weakness is a sin. Right on the bang.
You know what? You're right. Kanzaki all the way.
My God, he was so good. He was cringe as fuck, but he was so good.
If you don't go Kanzaki, you don't live life.
I know, right? Best Vanguard girl.
Tomori.
Like, we really struggled trying to figure this out before, and we can't say nothing but Tomori right
now. Favorite clan of mine.
I gotta say more Messiah.
Narukami. He doesn't like Thunder Dragons.
You like buying shit. Let's be real here.
No. I like the Zappity Dragons.
Fair enough.
You?
Least favorite clan and why?
Mega Colony.
Why?
Because at first it was like cool. It was bugs that rest things and it had an identity. And then V killed that identity. So I don't know what they do anymore. I just know that they're bugs.
See, for me, it's Nubatama. I'm sorry. Rene left such a bad taste in my mouth. It's like, man, like, fuck. Playing Messiah against Rene, it's like, I actually can't do anything to stop this.
You don't get to play the game.
No, not one bit. Anyway, moving forward. Number 8.
Retro, G, Premium, or Standard?
We said oh my God, answering this again.
I'll answer this the same way I answered last time. I'm split down the middle. It's Standard and G. I love Standard where it's at right now because of the creativity and the uniqueness of it, and it's fun having new players be able to come into the game and play with new players.
Right.
But I still have a sweet spot for G because it was where before Ultimate Strides, I had the most fun playing G, and it's where I have my most memories.
I can respect that. For me personally, this answer is gonna also answer a little bit the last question, and that's that I like the game. Period. So I keep following the game wherever it goes. When G to V was happening, I was like, cool. I'm gonna be sad I can't play Messiah as often, but hey, I'm looking forward to V. And then V to D, same thing. So for me, it's gonna have to be standard just because it's the thing I'm playing the most and I'm having fun with it. So yeah. Your Vanguard ship.
Asakarin.
I gotta go with two of them. One is a Vanguard ship that I'm actually I do like, and that is 100% Night Result Mile. Like, I don't know how that started or where that started, but it's got a green thumb for me. Go for it. But another Vanguard ship that a lot of people might agree, and I find it funny, and like I love both of these people. I'm lucky to have a chance to interact with both of them. But you gotta admit, like, Sol and Vanguard in different fight, hands down.
It hit just as hard the second time.
I know, right? It hits you so hard the second time.
Jesus Christ.
Ebus. Anyway, moving on. 10.
Favorite opponent.
Are we talking about Vanguard, clan opponent, or person?
If we're going by person, Ryan, or from our locals, if you're watching this, dude, you're like the best guy to ever play against.
I always love playing her. Oh, you know what? I never said this in the first one. I'm sorry, but I do like playing against the people against Roanoke.
Yes.
Like, they're always fun whenever they come around and play against them. They is really fun to play against because we shared similar mentalities, and it's always a back and forth. And John, oh my God, John gave me such a hard time with Overdress last time we played, and it was such a good game. So yeah, there we go. New answers on the second try.
Yes.
Favorite Vanguard YouTubers? Go.
I'll go with my same answers last time. Split down the middle. It's between Chris from Different Fight and Eric from Vanguard Insider.
I gotta go Eric all the way. Like the way the man makes his content, his videos, overall, it's just amazing. He's a chill dude. I'm lucky to be able to talk to him and get to know him. Just overall, Vanguard Insider, yeah. 100% approved. You, 12.
Favorite Vanguard memory.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
God damn it. Like, I'm so sad we lost the original footage.
I know. I'm going to go with my answer from last time, the genuine answer. My first regional is because that was the moment that LA learned who my friends are, my family, and that's where I grew my bond in Vanguard with the friends that I have now.
And I'm going to go with the same answer I did before. Jeez, we got to stop referencing the first one, honestly. But my answer is there's two technically. One, it is, of course, Anaheim. Anaheim was so much fun. The experience, being able to go across the country, being able to play there, meet some people, just have a whole different experience. Never standing in that fucking line ever again. That was a mistake, but you live, you learn. But there's one Vanguard memory or Vanguard associate memory that I think is going to stick with our group forever. Mm-hmm. And that is Atlanta and coming back home from Atlanta. Now, to tell this story, we're coming back. We got Jeff driving us back. We got Hector in the front seat navigating. I'm there with them, kind of in the back seats, leaning forward, talking to them. Shane's sitting next to me, and you got this fool and Lon in the back playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, this was the time where all of our group was actually going to Starbucks way too much. And Shane was the main offender, so, you know, he was the white girl of the group.
Yep.
So we're driving down the road, and it was like, we haven't hit Starbucks in a while. Let's hit one. Hector's looking at the navs like, there should be one nearby. Like, it should be right here. And we're looking, like, us three in the front. Jeff, me, and Hector looking around like, we can't see him. Where the fuck is it? And Jeff does the most beautiful thing, followed by just sheer...
The most beautiful moment ever.
Exactly. Jeff goes, Shade. White girl senses on. And in a heartbeat, Shane jumps from the backseat to the front row, starts pointing and go, Starbucks! And I'm kid you not.
The sign literally appeared.
Big ass fucking sign, building and all, right there. Me, Jeff, and Hector just looking at it like, what the fuck? We were looking. We were actually, where the fuck? This appeared in thin fucking air. So yeah.
Yeah, white girl senses.
My God, fucking, like, Vanguard Associate, favorite memory, never gonna forget. That's going to stick with our group forever.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on.
You got number 13?
What else do you play?
As far as TCGs, I play Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of TCGs, I play Destiny 2, Warframe, Call of Duty.
No, Warframe now that has crossplay.
Yes. I can't tell you how mad I got about them getting rid of that. Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, most of your gritty, bloody, gory games.
Yeah. I'm a very, when it comes to TCGs, casual Yu-Gi-Oh! Casual Commander.
Casual Yu-Gi-Oh!
100%. Tell me Synchrons are meta, and then I'll say I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively. White Swords 100%. And when it comes to video games, fell into Persona 5 like a hard. Not coming out of that hole in a while. But mostly, I'm actually very much a AAA gamer, like God of War, Spider-Man, like any of those big titles that are actually good or, preferred. Like recently, I just finished Guardians of the Galaxy by Square Enix. An amazing game. Really, I enjoyed playing it.
I saw the what was it, the cutscenes. Was that? Oh my god!
Yeah, it's actually a very fun game. I beat it in like 3 days. Granted, I was also stuck at home sick, but
it had nothing to do but play it.
Exactly. Anyway, moving on. 14.
Have you ever called?
Man, this is getting cringy on the second time because now I know. Yes, we've called Final Turn in games multiple times because, being funny.
But if you really want some entertainment, go watch some of our older episodes.
You're not going to get the same reaction out of me again. But, Jesus, what the fuck we were thinking with that? I have no idea. I don't know why you and me thought that was a good idea. I'm glad we stopped it.
Yeah.
We're still going to do it for 10K, but we need to get to 10K and then we're 2K away, so it's still way over there before we do it.
Bar set, goals ready to reach.
Exactly.
You guys know what to do.
Anyway, which Vanguard unit would you want to be?
Vanquisher? Snare Kami.
See,
Stick Thunder Dragon.
I got two answers. One's the obvious bias one, Messiah. Duh.
Yeah.
But I would honestly want to be Brent Ringer. Like the unit, not the clan.
So just kind of traveling.
Like,
universe.
I just find his design cool, and the fact what he is like. Anyway, 16.
16. Which Vanguard unit would you want to hook up with?
We had time to answer this now. We struggled so much the first time.
I actually, now that I had time to think about it, I actually have a unit.
Which is?
Gabriel.
I can see that. I can't deny it. Like, design-wise, every single time, and especially now that she got rebooted, reverse Lukier. I am sorry, she is beautiful. I know it's a cliche, but damn.
You know what? I have another one.
Which is?
Felty Rosa.
Felty Rosa's good, but she's not Venus Lukier good. I'm sorry. Like, I do like her, because she does remind me of 02, but she's not Venus Lukier. Oh my god, that looks beautiful.
Fair.
Favorite Vanguard anime season, you pleb, and your Shinimon arc.
I love Shinark. It's so
It is goofy.
It's so goofy. It's so good.
As a anime connoisseur, the closest thing that could actually get any was good to me was season 1 of D. I'm sorry, everything else was way too cringe.
I think I would go to season 2 of.
But it hasn't finished yet.
It hasn't finished, so there's still a floor it can hit hard, and I don't want to say I like it and then regret saying I liked it down the road.
Exactly. Anyway, 18.
18. Do you have a local card shop? Yes. If you're anywhere in North Carolina, check out Hickory Cards, Comics, and Games.
Yep, we're there every Friday doing tournaments, sometimes even Saturday tournaments. So come around and play.
Yes.
Anyway, last two. What does Vanguard mean to you? We answered this question very heartfelt last
I'm going to answer it just as heartfelt. It honestly means like family to me.
Oh, 100%.
Because all the family and friends that I've met and grown with for the past 10, maybe more years now, is all met through Vanguard, and I wouldn't have any of the memories or like friends or family that I'd have now if it wasn't for Vanguard.
I gotta complete 100% agree. Like, the people I met through Vanguard is people I wanted in my life for the rest of my life. Like, there's some friendships and families that I've made that I'm never gonna lose now. here and in back home, and it's the way it is. Like, it brought us together. Like, the channel wouldn't exist without Vanguard. I wouldn't be living with the two idiots I would live right now without Vanguard. Like, overall, it's just I met the people I did because of it, and I'm 100% thankful. Like, it means a lot.
Yeah.
Last one.
What would you like from Vanguard in the future?
I answered this question a little bit in the previous question, and that is, and I can elaborate on it now. I expect nothing out of Vanguard in the sense of I like the game. Whatever happens, I will follow the game. I've done that from G to V. I've done that from V to D. A lot of people, always drop off because like, oh, I like G. I don't want to play V. Or I liked V. I don't think I'm going to be interested in D and stuff like that. I'm like, it's the game. I'm going to just follow it where it goes. I'm going to be sad I can't play Messiah as much, but I'm going to follow it.
For me, I as far as the game itself, I don't expect anything like you said. No, as far as Vanguard in general, I want local regionals again. Please give me physical regionals again.
We all want regionals. We can't really control that. Not even Bushiro can actually control that. It's literally just time.
But oh my god, I miss the moments and like just the adventures we have when we go.
100% agree. Like Starbucks is a good example.
Yes.
But on top of that, I do want to add one thing that I do expect out of Vanguard or want from Vanguard in the future, and that is to grow even more. I want it to be part of the big three. I want it to be that big, just so everybody can experience it as well and make the friendships that we made and all that.
Yes.
All that sappy shit.
Because the best part about Vanguard is its community.
Exactly. There are some people that are a little I'm sorry. But for the most part, okay, I'm not going to use the word. There are some people that are not right in the head. How about that?
They're very eccentric.
Yes. But outside of that, like most of the community is amazing. Like big ass shout out to every single YouTube creator, content creator, Vanguard creator that we know and do not know. Huge shout out to everybody watching these videos. You guys are amazing. And huge shout out to people in the Discord and our mods. Like the amount of people, good people we met through this game outweighs the amount of not good people that exist in this game by 1,000-fold.
Yes. Yeah.
You can't really compliment someone if you don't insult other people.
Emotional connoisseur, my friends.
Yeah. I'm very simple, straightforward, logical person. Anywho, with that being said, we're not going to dilly-dally anymore because we added 20 more minutes to this than we didn't expect. So with that being said, we're going to end 124 here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I got to see if I still remember the whole spiel. I did have one chance to practice. So here we go. If you liked the video, please leave a like, share it with your friends, comment down below who you'd waifu in Vanguard. It's even better on the second time.
Jesus Christ again.
If you like the video, if you like what we do here, subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to get notified. Other than that, follow us on Facebook, join our Discord, watch us on Twitch, or tweet us at Twitter. With that, I've been Philip.
This is Alex.
And we'll see you in the next one.
After I die slowly.
Woo! All right, second time. Fucking second time. Oh, I really hope it recorded this time.